What is up, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to Pete's Thoughts On. It's Pete's Thoughts On how I cope with lack of hobby time or limited time. One of the things I do to cope with general stress during like the working week and all that kind of stuff is, to de-stress, to relax, to chill, is something I've done when I've been ill as well. I did it when I had COVID, and I've done it through many other illnesses too. And that is just simply to come into my hobby room, my hobby area, and it goes right back. You can see there. And I chill out. I'm just being around the things I love, and that's a great help to me. So if I haven't got time, like take this evening for instance, I've got about 20 minutes. This sounds crazy, like being compartmentalized, my free time, but it's so crazy sometimes, real life, isn't it? I've got about 20 minutes of absolutely nothing. I don't need to be doing anything. I just come in and just absorb the hobby goodness, that cool thing. I could do something like read through some rule books or some magazines or something. I could lay a couple of paints down on certain things, but when I'm painting, I like to really get into it. I commit myself for the duration, basically. So I'm not very good at just a little bit here and a little bit there when it comes to a painting or building. I like to have the afternoon or the morning or the evening or whatever. So I end up sometimes, especially in the winter, doing a lot of my hobby stuff overnight. Now I did recently, I did a live video because I had a whole evening to myself. Well, like early hours, went on into the early hours of the morning, but yeah, so, and that's quite rare, but to make up for it, during the week, if I think, well, this weekend I've got to do such and such and such and such, not going to be able to hobby really this weekend coming because I've got to get that thing done. During the week I just spend as much time here as I can. It's my little place of zen calm, if you will, and that's how I cope with it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on how I deal with limited hobby time. I think, as life goes on, I'll eventually get more hobby time. At least I'm hoping so. I think I will. And then the world's my oyster, basically. And then I can put into action all the plans and things I've got up here, especially for the area and hobby in the area and all my other millions of things I want to get done here. And it's going to be so cool. I'm so glad, to have you guys with me on my journey, because it is a journey, isn't it? See, I don't like being just a one-trick pony, really, which you can get like lumped into, can't you, when you hobby, like you think, oh, he just does paint along videos and all that kind of, but not really when you look at the history, like the whole history of someone's channel. You can look at it and mine and think, wow, done quite a lot of stuff over the years, different things, has diversified into different areas, tried his hand at lots of different things. It's just that what I like, and I like paint along videos. I like watching them, listening to them, and I especially like making them. So that's what I do. That's kind of what happened with the live show the other night. It ended up going into a like a hobby along, paint along a video. Whether you painted along at the time or not doesn't matter. That's irrelevant, because you can put it on in the background after the fact if you wanted a longer video. I think I think live is the way to go for longer videos because you haven't got the added aggro of having to like edit it and render it. But the only thing is then, I mean, if you wanted to edit it, you'd have to, it would take you more work, I think, in the long run if you did it after the fact. But you don't have to. It cuts out the whole uploading thing, and I like that. That's appealing to me. But I do like the pre-recorded material because I can, if I feel a bit poorly or I have a brain fog moment or I can't think of something, it's just I can edit it all out and I can put it together and it comes out better in my mind anyway. So yeah, that's how I cope anyway. I spend as much time in my hobby room, in my hobby palace as I can. If I didn't have this room, well, I would just be surrounding myself by whatever I could, whether it's just like reading a book or a magazine or something. I would just do that and absorb the hobby. Sometimes, a lot of the time actually, I absorb the hobby by watching others enjoy the hobby or their hobby. And it doesn't always have to be miniature painting or wargaming. It could be anything, if someone's hobby is, I don't know, going out in the wilderness, camping, wild camping or whatever, I like watching that because they get so much enjoyment out of it, and I like that. Or whether it's, I don't know, restoring a classic car or something like that. I love watching these things, people enjoying their hobby, and I just love that. But I especially like this hobby. Role-playing, wargaming, board gaming, all that good stuff. Miniature painting. Anyway, I think that's enough from me. Thank you ever so much for watching this strange video. It is a strange video. I'm sat on the floor. I'm just absorbing, man. I'm absorbing. I am absorbing my childhood memories. And it's wonderful. It's my little Zen garden. That's how I cope with it. Thanks ever so much for watching. Do remember, all brushes lead to war. There will be more videos coming up, and I will see you on another one. Bye for now. Bye-bye.